Good morning. Clark Rockefeller.
Morning.
Clark Rockefeller. Clark Rockefeller. Nice to see you.
Who are you?
We're not getting into that.
You
We're
said
not getting into any aliases or anything. Start in 1993.
right. I mean, who are you now?
Clark Rockefeller.
And I mean, you know, we'll start with 1993. That's when you met Sandra. How did you meet Sandra?
We met at a Clue game. I used to host Clue parties.
You courted for 2 years. What was the courtship like? What did you do?
Well, she lived in Boston. I lived in New York. It was a challenge to get back and forth, but she usually came down to New York once on the weekends. I went up to Boston the other weekend, so we traded off in terms of where we went.
What would you do for fun?
Go to restaurants, do the New York thing, go to plays.
Mm-hmm. Why can't you remember certain things? Why is it so difficult to remember?
I couldn't tell you. I just don't know.
Have you been trying to remember? I mean, it must be.
Does that trouble you, not being able to remember?
I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to remember. So. Well, you know, I try to look forward rather than look into the past.
What are your dreams about these days?
I very rarely remember my dreams.
How did Sandra break your heart?
Back then or now?
What led to you guys ending up in the Suffolk Probate and Family Court?
Can you rephrase the question, Pops?
You were in love?
Absolutely.
You were not. You were in love, and then one day you were not, and then you were in court.
Oh.
How did you end up in court?
I am
What happened to the love?
clearly still in love.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I very, very much love her still.
I'm just curious about, you know, your connection with her, your relationship with your daughter. It's
Snooks in every way took over. In every single way she took over. At first, the pregnancy made me extremely nervous. I mean, I had never even thought of becoming a father. And then suddenly this little bundle came along.
what about vacations? Any vacations anywhere?
I had a small child to take care of.
Well, that's yeah, but children love to go on vacation.
Well, you know, for me, taking care of Snooks was a vacation. It was a wonderful, wonderful time. At 2 years old, she was a tiny child. You know, at 2 years old, I taught her how to read. And first, I taught her how to read for purely selfish reasons. I thought that if she knows how to read, I can put her in a corner with a book, and she will leave me alone.
What are your favorite cities aside from Boston?
I like Baltimore a good deal, etc. And to everyone's surprise, everyone always says Baltimore is such a dangerous place, but I love it.
What was so important about that boat?
My boat?
Yeah.
My catamaran?
Yeah.
I rather love catamarans. I rather love multi-hull sailing.
But you left for your daughter alone.
No, not true. Not true. I went down to the grocery store to pick up some turkey. That was the idea. We didn't have any turkey in the house, and she really wanted turkey.
Yeah. So it wasn't you weren't lured to the marina.
No.
You had just walked over to check on the boat yourself.
No. I didn't really think the boat was in any particular danger.
When did you decide to take your daughter and go to Baltimore?
The day before.
Just the day before?
Yeah.
Wow.
She said she said a couple of things that were absolutely heartbreaking. Well, she said to the monitor, for example, she said that, she mentioned his name and said that, I wish you weren't here. She said to me, Daddy, I wish it was just you and I. And it was heartbreaking.
When you were in Baltimore
In Baltimore.
with Snooks that week, you know, when everybody was looking for you, were you aware that everybody was looking for you?
Not really. I had a very poor internet connection there. I occasionally scanned the internet of what was going on in the world, but not really.
So you never got to see...
Amber Alert, you didn't see that?
You never saw Sandra's video?
No. The only thing I can say is we had 6 glorious and wonderful days together. We had such a wonderful time. We played restaurants, we wrote menus, we wrote recipes. It was so great to be with my daughter.
I've met people in Germany who say they're your family.
But you are aware of that, right?
But
You've seen the press coverage.
No, I really haven't.
I thought he's brought you some of the...
We're not going into that.
Yo, how many languages do you speak?
Well, none of them particularly good, but I can probably do 5 or 6 or 7.
Like Gerhard Strider.
I can't answer that. So
Does Siegensdorf, Germany, have any
Objection,
Bellevue?
we're not going into that.
And I think we've come to the end. So
Okay.
all right.
Uh,